Okay, we're starting over. That first attempt, I did something that the computer didn't like, and it stopped the recording, so maybe that's a blessing in disguise. So, doing a refresh, having a little more coffee, feeling a little bit more awake. Let me start again, and maybe we could talk about something that I've dealt with this week, and that is... Oh, that brush is a little bigger than I expected. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I was kind of going for a computer. Yeah, alright. But, let's talk about fear for a minute. Because I have had a few issues crop up this week. Let me make this clear. I have a bit of a paranoia when it comes to certain forms of technology. Chalk it up to semi-traumatic experiences. So, this week, I bought a game after doing research on it and finding out stuff about the creator and all this stuff, and yeah, the game was called Next Gen Sandbox. Made by, from what I gather, one guy in the Unreal Engine, utilizing, from what I could gather, assets and other such things. Like, I think the impressive portion is that I don't know how many updates the guy made to it, but it seems to run pretty decently, for one. And going back to what I was originally trying to talk about, rather than just saying, oh yeah, I bought a game, and then I got paranoid about it afterwards, because I'm like, this isn't like a big name company that, you know, has a trustworthy repertoire. So, after playing the game for a while, I deleted it, thinking, what if there was something to the game, like spyware and stuff. Not that I imagine it's easy to put such things onto a PlayStation. But that's kind of where I am this week. One thing after another causing me to take a double... What's the phrase? But yeah, no, all that to say, this week I've been having some crop-ups of paranoia. And part of it is by me, because I could have just looked at this game and been like, oh no, it doesn't match my standards. But it was on sale, so basically now I'm just sitting here going, could there be repercussions? Which, and I will say this, I know it's kind of like, the game has been on the PlayStation Store since 2019. So if there was something wrong with it, it would have cropped up well before now. So I know my fears aren't justified, per se. It's just a personal struggle for me, especially, like, I can't tell you how many games I've bought and haven't played because I was worried about what was on them. The obvious answer being game data. I also watched Totoro, or My Neighbor Totoro, the other day, so that was relaxing. But yeah, this whole episode, I guess, will just be me talking about fear. And what role it plays in my day-to-day life, where it's basically something that constantly tells me to stop, which honestly might not be a bad thing, but if I listened to all my fears, I wouldn't be making this video right now. But that doesn't mean the fear goes away, especially when it is attached to, like I said, a semi-traumatic event that follows you for years. But I've taken steps to alleviate that. But yeah, basically, this has been, at least for the past couple days, a major thought process going on, like, how did I mess this up? And the obvious answer I come to is you didn't, talking about myself. But the fear still remains. So, now that we've gotten that out of the way, and I'm actually really proud of my penmanship on that, on the title of the game. But, all that to say, I played the game, it was, it was what it was. I think the tragedy involved here is that I had the choice between buying that and the Dead Island, like, triple pack. Which I can always go get more cards to, I only do stuff with gift cards, so that's another thing where my fear has, like, driven me to specific actions. But I'm not sorry about that. I honestly think it is well, especially with previous events, like, people getting into customer data and stuff like that. But it's also one of those things where I know if something were to happen, I would be able to take care of it. So that's kind of reassuring. All that to say, I'm trying to, and this is hard, ignore the fears, for the most part. Which ignoring them is probably not the answer. Confronting them, I think, would be better, and I've tried to do that to this point. Confronting them with logic, mostly. The idea being, like I said, was talking about the game, it's been out since 2019, so if something was wrong with it, it would have been called up. So, using that to ease my discomfort. I don't know what this is. I was gonna draw, like, I don't know. But yeah, no, this, I feel bad that I didn't have anything else really to talk about, but I do think it is a healthy exercise to voice my, my irritations and whatnot. But, essentially, where I am right now is trying to not let fear control my actions. Which for the past 4 months I've been fighting that kind of thing with these videos. And in 4 months I have uploaded about 100 videos, which I am kind of proud of. So, there's a mixed bag here. Part of me is wondering why the viewership hasn't spiked. And I'm not doing anything niche that people really want to see. And I don't know how to play the algorithm, so right now all it is I'm just trying to have fun with it and see what happens. And that is another fear, that this is all just a waste of time. But that is a minor fear. Because if I'm enjoying myself, then it's not a waste of time. But the other thing that has been bugging me is that I don't have the skills needed to make good content. And that's just a personal thought. Like, I watch my videos sometimes and I'm like, man, that's really good. I'm really happy with how that turned out. But, especially with the drawing videos, I am super critical of myself in that regard. So, yeah, I think all of my fears kind of culminate in just not thinking much of myself. And that's something that I am trying to fix in a way. Because I know that what I do, some people can't do. I mean, I just drew a stick figure, and that, that's not much. But, yeah, this episode is not really putting me to, putting my skills to use or anything. This has just been me talking about my week. So, yeah, now we gotten through all of that. And I guess you could chalk it up to I'm human and I have my... Is scruples the right word? It might be. And everyone has their own set of hang-ups and whatnot. Mine just so happens to be with modern day technology. So, yeah, I guess we've kind of run the gauntlet on this subject. I do apologize that this has been kind of a downtrodden week, but this is just where I am. So, I doubt anyone is gonna enjoy watching this, because this is just me being real for a minute. So, yeah, hang on. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and that the following week will be not too bad. Weekends go by way too quick. But, yeah, I'll just end it at that.